Well, it's the whole team live to you on a Monday night. Why is the whole team here? Well, obviously, it's the end of the season. We got to talk about what went on, our season review. We're going to do a keep, sell, loan kind of segment. We're going to talk about week 38, who made it, who didn't make it. We got Long Island, we got LA, we got two boys from Montreal, which TVP, at least a day of sunshine today in Montreal. Guys, are we ready to get this show on the road? Because the people that are watching, the Knicks aren't playing, so nobody like in the United States have to worry about the watching. So why are you putting your hand up? Why are you putting your hand up?
Because, if you haven't already, you need to subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash the like button, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the times when we're going live. 10 o'clock is not our normal hour. We are late night because we are spicy tonight. Follow us on Patreon. And, of course, always the super chats are open.
And on that note, this is your edition of Milan Weekly Podcast After Dark. And on that note, let's get this show on the road, fellas. Cari amici sportivi, welcome you to an edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. Here we talk to you everything Milan. Thank God the season is over, Milan. A new DS Milan. We got Fabio in the house. We got Gio. We got like three corners of North America. If we had somebody in Vancouver, we would do it like the whole four corners. But guys, welcome. We're here to talk to you about the last game, week 38, what went on in Serie A, who made it, who didn't make it. We're going to take you through a bit of what went on this season. But gentlemen, welcome. Stevie P, Coast to Coast, Fabio and Gio. Gio wasn't supposed to make it, but he was barbecuing. He had his Hawaiian shirt, but Fabio called in and he's like, dude, you need to be on. It's been a while, gentlemen. It's been a while. Steve, are you happy this season is over? Let's start with that.
Absolutely. Let's go on to the next one. I'm ready for the next one.
Guys, let's go on directly into the game of week 38, Milan Monza. Guys, I want to do this very quickly. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Fabio.
This is the atmosphere before our season finale.
That looks like our YouTube comments. Vattene, MWP, Vattene, no? Thanks.
You have better chance of making us leave before you get called out. That's guys, the atmosphere. Just to give you a little taste of how everybody was feeling.
Game started with, believe, 2.5 hours before game time. Curva Sud calling up a lot of their members and regular fans to show up at Casa Milan with the protest. And then the plan was to go to, the San Siro and leaving after 15 minutes. Steve, the game, whatever the case may be, le message du passé in French was... Did the message pass according to you? Or is it too little too late?
It's too little too late. This is exactly what we wanted to avoid from the beginning of the season. We didn't want to get into the extracurricular activities and like you see, go home. the San Siro faithful, they understand football, they understand soccer, they understand European soccer, right? But guys, the game is changing, man. The game is changing, and the Serie A and world football is changing. So it's a little bit uncomfortable for me to see this. I don't like it because for me, I bleed and I will live and die a Milanista. So I don't know. I'm
Definitely,
really torn.
It's definitely hard to watch. We're talking before the podcast went on, Fabio, I'm going to take this to you. It's like we've had fun this year on the channel, whether it be our Pro Cardinale thumbnails. We've gone through a lot of trying to justify decisions made by this management. And guys, let's remember, justifying is very different from defending. Trying to justify. Just the way La Curva Sud tried to justify this decision, and we will go back and see what they spoke about. But how did you feel? Do you feel like Stevie P, too little too late?
I feel like we are run by a bunch of idiots, and there's no way around it. There's one thing that gets me upset, just in regards of everything. A lot of the protest is being pointed at the one guy, unless he has some insane financial trouble out of nowhere, you can't force him out. I want to just say that, first of all, the season's been fun. The last few weeks have been torturous. They might as well have waterboarded me at one point. They have been awful to watch. The inconsistency. I felt like I was in a relationship with somebody who was bipolar, who never knew they needed to be on medication. This team was up and down. When you thought for sure we are going to shit the bed, they show up, they beat Inter. What the hell? They go to Real Madrid. What the fuck? Who is this team? But you go and you lose when you play against Verona or another lower team that you have no business. How do you not show up for this game? You struggle against them. But everything else, you just keep, you know what it is? They have this saying, right? It's the hope that kills. And I felt like I kept reaching for some sort of hope, right? First it was, here comes the January window. We just surprised everybody and won the Coppa Italia, right? Oh, we beat Real Madrid. Don't worry, we'll turn it around in the Champions League and we could go far. Every fucking time you thought you had something maybe you could grab onto, they ripped it away. So no, Vinny, it was not a good season. We had very, very small moments where we looked like we could play well, but every time this team just let you down. And you know what? Nobody is going to be punished for it. That's what gets me upset the most.
Look at Anthony. Anthony, thank you very much. 499 super chat. I hope that Tare is given autonomy in the mercato that he asked for when it comes to transfers. Hopefully, we're going to get to that question when we get to the discussion. Thank you, Anthony. Really appreciate it. Gio, taking it to this game, right? It was like, okay, we won, big deal, and now because of the way everybody else played, we're stuck playing Coppa Italia in August. And you think back of these games against Cagliari, you think back of these games against these lost points where an extra 5-6 points would have gotten some sort of European championship. But how do you feel, man, especially after everything that's gone on in the last weekend?
Look, Benny, I've been a fan that's always fallen in line for the Curva, but I think I go with Stevie P. If Stevie P says it's too little too late, it's because it is. I think how they fired Maldini, you know what their protest was? They didn't have no protest. They said, we're going to wait and see. They saw Tonali. They said, we're going to wait and see. So now you can't wait and see, bro. I think that's my problem with them. It's how they fired Maldini was disrespectful, but you didn't even have no protest against that. So I think with them is it's too little, too late, and we're looking for you as a fan base that goes in and out, spend your hard-earned money, goes home and away, goes to Europe and everything. We're looking for you, especially me and Fabio, as Americans, because we're the most hated. I don't know why we're the most hated, but we go in and out. and we're waiting for them to say like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. But I think it's too little, too late. Basically, they slapped their own self in the face with that protest because, okay, you fire Maldini the way you did, you sell Tonali. I don't give a fuck if any stupid comment saying like, oh, but he had a gambling problem. You don't. My problem has always been with this Milan, this ownership has always been is like, what's the difference between us and Inter? They don't sell their core assholes. They don't sell Bastoni. They don't sell Borrella. They don't sell fat, overweight fucking Lautaro. We sell whoever we can because we're fucking Hong Kong and Tijuana. Everybody is for sale.
Okay,
that's the difference between us. That's the difference between us. But people don't want to see that. People don't want to see that. Like when me, Fabio has something big as a channel, we brought a lot of Milan country creators. They said like, nah, we sold out. We did this. We did it. No, we didn't sell out. We was here to let you voice your opinion. I didn't like how Maldini was fired, and I didn't like that. I didn't like how Tonali was sold right after it, bro. Look, Tonali is my daughter's favorite player, so you guys can say I got a bias because of that, right? You think so? We fire Maldini, a legend of the club, a guy that gave everything, and then we're gonna sell the heart and soul. When has Inter ever done that in the last 2 years? Whatever you want to do, they haven't. So my problem is too little, too late. And the protest is cool, but like I can't behind a protest that's basically fake, bro. I'm sorry, it's fake.
May I ask Steve a question? Because I want to know Steve's take on this, honestly.
Of course.
So, Steve, if they told you before that this is possibly Leão and Theo Hernandez's last game for Milan, being the two type of players who undoubtedly in that 2021-22 are the main reasons you got to that championship, what do you think it tells the other players that they are not even treated with a little respect like a Kier or Ibra got from Maldini right before they bowed out? Now, these are players, if you look at the minutes, they've killed Theo Hernandez. As shitty as he been this year, how I bet you he's one of the top guy in minutes every season, right?
Actually,
don't you think a player who at least helped you get close to the championship would deserve at least a little respect from ownership and this coach to at least put them on the field for possibly what would be their final game? But God forbid you fucking sit João Felix, who you know is not staying here, you fucking delusional pricks. Steve, am I crazy for feeling like, what the fuck, man?
No, and this is, again, it's going back to what I told you. The game is changing, guys. And it's changing for the worse. And it's changing for the worst for exactly reasons like this, right? So we understand that it's a business. We understand that, there might be sacrifices that have to be made. There might be people that, have just overstayed their welcome and we need to move on. We're not in the years of Berlusconi when, we knew that if one was going out the door, there was another 40 class that was coming in. It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that for whatever reason. Is it because we want to stay in the black? Is it because, Cardinale wants a more of a North American style sports franchise that just doesn't work in European football? And I agree with you guys. We took a lot of heat. We went up to bat for the ownership group for a lot of reasons, guys. Because whether we like it or not, and this is something that everybody will forget, Elliott, for whatever they want to be, you want to call them, hedge fund, vulture capitalists, whatever you want to call them, saved this club because we had no one. And, they needed to sell, and we fall into the business of financial monopoly, a real life monopoly, where they needed to sell to someone else, and they sold to Jerry Cardinale, where it's in their best interest for him to continue on this road and cut costs and try to keep us in the black. But all that trickles down, Fabio, to exactly what we see on the field. Unprepared decisions, unprepared from the beginning of the season. Ibra and I didn't shy away from it. I love Ibra as a player, but as someone who is taking a role up in the upper management, it's just something that it was too big of a risk, right? And he lost. Jerry Cardinale played poker with his own team and lost. And what happened is you made the financial people like Furiani make decisions together with an inexperienced, we're going to call him quote unquote direttore sportivo, and a scout, a glorified scout, where we have a bit of a problem now where we're losing that identity, we're losing that DNA, guys. We're not doing the right things anymore. We're not giving people a send off. Now, is it a send off? I don't know, right? We'll talk about the reindeer stuff. You just mentioned Theo and Leao. I don't know, right? If it does end up that way, then you're 100% right. If it doesn't, it's still weird. Why would they not start in the last game of the season if it's their last game for Milan? It's just we're doing everything wrong. We're doing everything wrong for all of Serie A to talk about us.
Absolutely.
And sad to say, first of all, Vinny Mancini, thank you for the super chat. He's saying next year will be worse. Vinny, you got too much negativity in your life. You live in Winnipeg, dude. Come to Montreal. We're going to take care of you. Faz, look at Faz sending us some love. Thank you for the super chat. Simple thanks for everything you guys do. Nel bene nel male. No, actually, nel male. Take a big moment to do what you guys do week in and week out. Faz, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Guys, let's do this. Let's go through the football. We're going to take it through the results, what went on in week 38. And it was an exciting last week. And on that note, let's do this. This segment is brought to you by Fubo.tv, your home for all things Serie A and EPL in Canada, e si potrà anche ascoltare in italiano. Inter won, big deal. They still love the Scudetto. Guys, okay, can we put our congratulations to Napoli? We gotta be nice. Congratulations to Napoli winning the Scudetto, which they should have won about a month and a half ago. Stevie P, am I wrong?
I'm saying congratulations, but I'm also saying mavakaka. Every Napolitan was nowhere to be found last year. Nowhere to be found. And now all of a sudden, everybody's taking a selfie from Naples. At the beginning of the season, they wanted to throw everybody out the window. Guys, this is the frustrating part. And I'm waiting for the Fubu segment to get my frustration out. This Scudetto was just, it was up for the taking, guys. It was up for the taking, and we had some sort of core team that was going to be able to compete for this thing. Guys, Napoli was not good. Inter was in a ton of competitions, and by far the best team in Serie A, and still couldn't wrap up the Scudetto. Atalanta was terrible down the end of the stretch. Juve is in the Champions League, guys. I felt like throwing up yesterday. Throwing up seeing the top four, guys. Bologna fizzled down at the end. So did Fiorentina, and Lazio was Lazio. Guys, this is where Jerry Cardinale, Fruilani, Ibra, who should have known better, and Moncada obviously failed. You needed to know what was happening coming into the season, and that the second star was up for the taking. Invest, get the coach that you had to get, and I don't even know if it was Conte. I don't even know if it was Conte the solution, but if it was going to get me a second star, I would have took it for the time being, and then we would have just moved on after all. Because Naples, with 2 Scudetti in 3 or 4 years, whatever it is, this is absolutely madness.
I love Stevie P that Friulani, not Furlani, Friulani, that he's from Udinese. I love the way you pronounce these names. But guys, Napoli, congratulations to you. Bologna finishing where they're finishing against una perdita in casa, 3-1. Fabio, On this one.
Can I say something about Bologna, Fabi?
Of course. Go ahead, Gio.
Calabria, you know I protected you all my life to you as a content creator, but you could suck a dick. Stop taking shots at the club that gave you everything.
He's
Because
not
without
taking
Milan,
shots at the
no,
club.
no,
He's
you
taking
take no,
shots
no,
at the top guy coach. That's what he's doing.
No.
This
he's
segment
taking,
is brought to you by
who's
Fubo.tv.
employed by who? By Milan. So if you taking shots at that stupid idiot Conceição that I wanted fired 2 months ago, you taking shots at me, a guy that has protected you, a guy that has called you Capitano Calabria. Why are you doing that? Shut the fuck up. You're not even a starter at Bologna, bro. You're a bench player. You're warming the seats. So shut up, man. And then to Naples, man. Look, to Napoli, like, congratulations to you, but I'm checking my phone and I want to know, fucking, Ibra, you're not fired by now? After you said the Conte comments, you not fired? Because you would have been fired in North America, but North Americans, we don't know nothing about firing. But if you would have said that shit in North America, that this and this, and somebody would have, the same coach would have, like the Lakers or the Denver Nuggets would have hired you, you would have been fired. This is crazy, man. But Calabria, stop taking shots at us. Whatever the coach is or whatever, bro, you became a bum. You were overweight. You were eating too many penelice, okay?
Once again, this segment is brought to you by Fubo.tv, your home for all things Serie A. Milan Monza, Fabio, I'm going to ask you a comment from the Patreon group from High RPM. Was the coaching in our last match effective? Who was really coaching in this game?
First of all, I don't even know why. Why did Camarda not get more time? I have questions. Why Felix started? Again, I don't understand. But we got to win. Who cares? We forgot to play this. Let's play that. I'm going to disregard your question completely, Vinny. I'm going back because just like Homer Simpson, Ibra said that stupid comment and then backed into the bush and disappeared. All right? Because Napoli did the right thing. We can all laugh at them that they barely got over the line, but what can you say when you lose your two best players on the roster and still come out and win? Whether we like Conte or this fake turkey haircut that he's got going on or not, Conte is a winner. And how many times do I need to say, in the Italian league, you get an Italian coach? And this guy might be the most prolific one in the league in the last 10, 15 years. You get him if he's available. No, excuse me. You didn't want a coach. You wanted a manager. Whatever the hell that meant. Thank you. You made us look like idiots while Napoli walks over the line. And Conte couldn't wait to get out of Napoli. Hopefully he quits and we get a redo a year later. I don't know. Big ups to Napoli. I'm happy to watch Inter win, but still come up short in second place. I wish I could put it on a highlight reel and watch it before I go to bed every night. Hopefully, we get one more on Saturday. That's all I have to say about this year.
To high RPM, I don't know who was coaching. Probably Scaroni was coaching on this gun because it didn't make any sense. Milan Monza was that. Stevie P, let's go back to the previous... Mamma mia, ci stava a lot of trompette in this game.
Oh, that's true. We forgot our boy.
Parma coming back from a 2-0 and securing themselves a spot in Serie A. What an exciting game, especially Atalanta. I know they had nothing to play for. Maldini scoring 2 goals, good for him. And
Daniel Maldini.
Steve,
it couldn't score the logo in the picture.
Exciting game on this one. You had a look at Parma coming back from behind and really securing their spot in Serie A.
Yeah, this is called a biscotto.
Il biscotto. Guys, for all you English-speaking fans, go check out che dice il biscotto. Verona beating Empoli. Obviously, Empoli going down to Serie B. This, I think, and I'm going to go through very quickly, guys. Let's Lazio. I don't know. I don't know what went on this game. I'm going to go back to you, Steve. What the hell went on over here? Strasbourg, Stevie, he was not happy on this one. a red card
Guys.
for Lecce. How does this happen? And Lecce, I know we always talk about these ball buster teams. They want to make it into Serie A, keep it there, and they did it, dude. But there's no explanation for this, is there?
There's a very simple explanation. Milan was better than Milan was not better than Naples and Inter and Atalanta. I don't think they were. I think those teams were really set up well. I have no problem saying that the Milan team that we had was better than Juve, better than Roma, better than Lazio, and better than Bologna, better than Fiorentina. I have no problem saying that the talent that we had was better than what those teams fielded. I just think that you need to have someone who can conduct that orchestra. And we saw. Will a coach win you games? Yeah, sometimes yes. And we saw that, having a coach that, from the beginning was not your first selection, it just put us behind the eight ball so many times and caused us to play from, we played from behind, guys, almost the whole year. And no one, not Fonseca, not Conceição, was able to fix that problem. And Milan has gone from having probably one of the best defenders and the best defense of all time to being, a team that we know we're not going to get a clean sheet, so we need to score at least 2-3 goals to win. And that in Serie A does not work. It's not a recipe for success.
After that, guys, Roma making Europa League, winning 2-0 over Torino. Fiorentina, great game on this one. Back and forth with the red card. Fiorentina coming back 3-2. And the reason why we're playing Coppa Italia in August, we're going to get into that after. And guys, Juventus, I lost my bet, guys. I had a 2-0 bet at the bar with Signore Saverio. I said Juve ain't going to make top 4. Steve, we spoke about this, I think, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, that we thought, I don't think Juventus is going to make it. But in the end, Venezia played well, but in the end, Juventus makes top 4. And because I seriously felt, Steve, with all these rumors of Conte going back to Juve, if Juve wasn't going to do Champions League, I'm not sure about that one. Gio, do you think Conte would have went back to Juve if they would have made a Champions League? But in the end, they did it, right? 16 ties after 20 games at the beginning of the season, but hey, they made it. And let's not kid ourselves, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. If we were in Juve's position and we would have did that game and made 4th place, we would have been celebrating right now. So let's not make fun of Juventinis, right? They did it. Unless, Steve, you want to make fun of Juventinis. But, Gio, what do you think, man?
Vinny, it was a disaster. Like Stevie P said, if we would have got the right coach, we would have did everything that we had to do, I think we would have been 2nd or 3rd. I don't know. I think our time as our players have ended. Theo Leal's time has ended at Milan. I think they don't know what it is to be at a great club because they haven't seen us win Champions League. But I think that's what it is. But Lazio, man, I don't know. Lazio, man, that coach I wanted at Milan, but bro, he shit the bed. And then, but Ranieri, look at Ranieri. He was like 14 points behind us, Vinny. And he,
guys, I love how I'm asking Gio about the Venezia Juventus game, and he's giving me results of. You're the best,
but
dude.
Vinny, Carlo Moani shouldn't have been at Juve.
Carlo Moani, yes. Carlo Moani, I'm not sure he's going to stay at Juventus, but Fabio, close us off, buddy. Close us off on. Did you predict?
Go ahead.
Milan is the Man United of Italy. Looking at the guys that went down, were these the teams that you were thinking of going down? And the top 4, let's be honest, were you thinking of, obviously, Napoli, Inter, Atalanta? I really didn't think Juventus was going to make it, but bottom 3.
In regards of the top 4, I was secretly rooting for Roma to get there because, you know what? I like Ranieri. I don't like most of the Roman players. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying. I hate Mancini. I hate a lot of the guys on Roma. But the fact that they came from so low on the table to in the last day, if Juve doesn't get that last goal, they're taking that final spot. I like that story best. Lazio, what's to say about Lazio besides Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? It's the same thing for them year in, year out. They have a decent squad, they have a decent run, but in the end, they're coming up short. Unfortunately, we're another one of those short teams. Fiorentina, you know what? Good on them making the Europa Conference League because they've been there pretty much steadily over the last couple of seasons, and I think they've had one of the best strikers in Italy. Bottom three, I thought Empoli had an opportunity to pull themselves out, but in the end, it was a little too late. Venezia, all right, the last game you had some fight, but again, these Venezia, Monza's obviously been the worst, but Venezia hasn't been a great team, and Empoli, I think the bottom three was 100% fair. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing Pisa coming up. We have who's the other team? Sassuolo, who's coming back up?
Sassuolo,
and then number one, bro.
And what's called? We don't know who the third team is yet. They got to do the playoffs still. So
Spezia or Cremonese?
Spezia Cremonese on that one. And
teams that fucking shit on us all the time. Gracias.
And on that
Gracias mille.
That was your football segment of the week. Guys, we've been talking for half an hour right now. And you know what? Maybe Fabio, Gio, maybe this month, we're really going to go a deep dive into the year review. But what I want to do right now, and StevieP, obviously, I'm going to name you our starting lineups, the players. And I want you guys to answer me with one word, according to the season that we've had. Guys, in the comments, give us your answers. One word, and I'm going to see if everybody agrees. And if nobody agrees, we're going to be discussing. I'm going to go keep, sell, or loan. I want to go through the players that we've had, right? And see what you guys think. So I'm going to start off. Let's see here. So I just want to make sure that I go through every player. Well, obviously not the players that we don't really talk about. So why
don't we start at what's easily our worst position? Defense.
No. I'm going to take you through every single one. I'm going to take you through every single one. One word, guys. Keep, sell, loan. One word. StevieP, let's start off. Magna.
Keep.
Gio.
Sell.
Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you. No way. Sell.
Fabio.
I'm saying keep and give him a goddamn contract extension.
Keep as well. So we're three. We're three against one. The heel of MWP family.
Yes. Fair.
People are saying okay. Now Faz is saying keep. Okay.
That's because he wants Manchester United to buy him. I don't like that.
Yeah, 80 million, baby. Let's get it.
All right, let's go.
You know what? I'm not. Well, why am I even saying Sportiello? Forget about that. Bartesaghi. StevieP.
You have to loan that kid out.
Loan him out. Gio.
Bartesaghi, sell.
Sell. Okay.
I'm going loan. He's too young.
I'm gonna go loan as well. Gio already like two players that are already like the one-off on that one.
No,
Faz is saying loan as well.
And the big, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Emerson Royal.
Take a shit on him.
Sell. I think everybody's on sell, even though I'm not sure everybody's going to sell.
We should have never bought him. That is the biggest regret buy of the year.
Gabbia, StevieP.
Keep.
Gio.
I saw what he called on. Shout out Spalletti. Tutto bene. You think I don't know Italian words, motherfucker? Tutto bene. Yeah, keep.
Keep. That's an
Keep.
easy one, man. We need
Okay,
Italians on the
everybody's-
roster. Come on.
Stevie P. Teo Hernandez.
Keep.
Gio.
Your time has gone, baby. It's time for him to go, Benny. I think he's not. We're not gonna get the best out of him if we
So
keep
much for one-word answers. Okay, so sell the Gio. Fabio.
I unfortunately think we should sell him. I think
I'm gonna go with keep. I'm saying we keep. Look at the comments, guys. Vinny Mancini saying sell. Keep. Okay, so this one's a bit of a mixed reaction on here.
I think the reason you sell him, just to put a little button on Theo, is because we needed you as a leader. You've taken the captain's armband, but this year you saw, for whatever reason, whether it's having another kid or all this other stuff, you want the money, which we probably should be giving you, but we're not going to do it. So I think we sell.
Stevie P. Spanish Jimenez Alejandro.
You have to keep.
Gio.
Sorry, I'm selling him because in Real Madrid gonna do that $5 million buyback and we're gonna lose him. So it's time to sell. Sorry, I'm looking at financially.
Okay, the businessman, Gio, Fabio, Alejandro Jimenez.
I'm
Look at Dr.
Jimenez
Strange.
says
Even
first
Dr.
of all-
Strange saying keep.
Yeah, and
You
he's
saying
depth,
keep?
100%, 100%.
Okay,
Keep.
okay,
He-
keep.
First of all, playing left back, right back, and he's only 19. Come on, guys. This is a guy. We need to keep on
I
the
think this is
roster.
going to be an interesting one. Stevie P. Pavlovich.
Sell.
Okay, Stevie P says sell. Gio, Pavlovich.
I'm selling him to the red light district in Amsterdam. So
I'm going to sell as well. I don't believe.
Okay,
in
Pavlovich. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm the one off on this one. I would say loan him out because I just liked what he showed.
what are
during the
you
season.
loaning him to? Benny?
He's
To,
90 years
Red-
old. You're gonna loan him to where?
Red Bull Salzburg or something.
We're gonna loan him back where he just came from.
That's what I say.
Oh my god.
Ciao, Stevie P.
Sell.
Ciao, Gio.
Bayern want to buy him for 60 million. I needed that money, baby. I'd rather sell him.
No,
than
that's the
fucking
wrong
this
Chow. That's the wrong Chow that you're thinking of, brother. They want to buy the Chow from Bayern Leverkusen for 60 million, not ours. They won't even give us
my
6
God.
million for ours.
Oh my god, this is a fake news. Okay, I'll sell anyways for 6 million.
So Gio went from 60 to 6 million.
I say keep. Chow. I think
Chow
we need
keep?
it for depth. Yes.
I think for depth, I would keep him. Stevie P, you said sell?
Absolutely.
Okay. From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Tomori. This is an interesting conversation. CVP, what say you, man?
Sell.
Okay, sell Tomori. Gio.
Sell. Crystal Palace are in the Europa League. They're looking to buy players, so we need 60 million for them. So
Sell, okay.
You're bugging.
Fabio?
Tomori was one of our starting center backs. Played week in, week out when we won the title. He has quality. I just think we keep having a really bad. I think the fluctuation of different center back pairings, playing three at the back, coach changing, benching him. We want to get rid of him, then we don't. Give me a fucking break. We keep the guy. He's still worth the money. And I think he's still our fastest center back.
I think I'm with you. I think I would keep Tomori. Again, guys, these are personal opinions. Guys that would just sign like Bondo and Fofana, I'm not going to ask you, but...
No, get rid of him. I don't even know why we bought him.
Fofana, you would...
Fofana,
okay, so
yes.
let me ask.
Bondo,
Okay.
James Bondo, whatever his name is. Get
James.
rid of him. All right. He's a bum. No more buying off teams that are going to be relegated. Please, can we look at the lower level, but not the lowest?
Can we
of the
loan them
lowest
out?
level?
Can we loan them out? Bondo, Stevie P,
Never
Bondo,
loaned them to begin
from the
with.
3 games we saw him play.
It's not. He doesn't fit in my Milan, guys. For me, if you haven't realized what's going on, is I need to reconstruct this Milan the way I see this Milan. And you could say keep, buy, sell. These are not purchases that a direttore sportivo would make. The center backs, guys. We haven't kept a clean sheet, guys. So you can keep. You need a ball-playing center back, guys. We don't have a ball-playing center back. We can have fast guys, but we don't have a ball-playing center back. Kier was a ball-playing center back. Imagine.
Yes.
True. Loftus-Cheeks. Let me go through the rounds again. Loftus-Cheeks, TVP.
Sell.
Gio.
He should be working in Tijuana. He's a stripper, so selling his ass.
Yeah, I'm done with
Fabio?
Loftus-Cheek. He can't stay healthy. He's got to go. Sell him.
He's got to go. Okay. Stevie P. Musa.
I think I would loan him out.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. Loan him out, even though he's had a horrible season. Gio, Musa, American boy.
The 49ers are looking for a running back. So, I mean, I was sending his ass to the 49ers because my Raiders, at least they got Gentry. So, yeah. I'm sending him to Stevie P and Presidente's team. Yeah, we're sending to NFL.
This segment is brought to you by One Word Answers by Gio from Los Angeles. Thank you. So that's going to be a loan. Fabio.
I've been saying it the whole year. Musa, it's probably too heavy of a shirt for him. He's not getting enough starting play. Too much switching of positions. Maybe he plays in a mid-level club, can get regular play, but you loan him out. If we're not going to get the investment back, I think that's the real problem. Honestly, because this is ridiculous, the things he was doing this year. Maybe he gets a chance somewhere else and could develop and be. I never see him as a Milan player, honestly, again. I see him just loaned out, and eventually we can turn hopefully a profit, but probably not. Let's just try to break even or limit our loss on Musa.
I think they destroyed him. I think they destroyed his confidence. They destroyed everything that comes with being a footballer just because
different positions, CVP.
You can't play that many different positions. And again, you can't. You should be able to. Someone had to recognize that he can't play those different positions.
Guys, I'm going to ask you this question. And if it is sell, give me a price. Reindeers. CVP.
Keep.
Okay. Gio.
We keeping. We need a cornerstone. We need the backbone, just like Inter have. They have Fat Lautaro, like I said. They have fucking receding hairline turkey, Barella, and then they got Bastoni, bro. Like, come on. When are we gonna keep our players? So keep.
Okay, keep. Fabio.
Of course you fucking keep him. Are you kidding me? This shouldn't even be a question. Why this has become my Milan, I don't understand. But are we going to keep him? Let's be real. He's wandering the field after all the players left on Saturday with his kid to have an intimate moment because he knows the writing is on the wall. Are you going to say no when a club's not knocking? The guy's getting paid like $3 million a year. He's going to go immediately to Manchester City and probably make 8, 9, 10 million immediately because that's what happens over there. But it's pathetic because this whole move.
Stevie P is giving you the hand. Go ahead, Stevie P.
There was a big move. So Witz, WITZ, from Bayern Leverkusen, was sold
went there, right?
to Liverpool No, Manchester City wanted him, but I think Liverpool beat them out. Guys, that guy Witz is being sold at $160 something million.
That's
Guys,
what I was going to say, Steve.
we have to be absolutely fucking insane to sell Tajani reindeers right now. Tell me someone next year comes with 160 million. Serie A as a global league will need to push him out the door because they don't even make $160 million in the season. We as a league need to get smarter. And the Germans have it, guys. The Germans at Leverkusen take these guys like Witz, prime them up like Brazilians, and sell them to Liverpool. Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, fucking Tottenham can buy these teams, can buy these types of players. We in Serie A jump like we did with Tonali. And again, you can say yes or no, 70, whatever the fuck the price was, gambling, not gambling. In hindsight, we as a team probably gave Tonali a lifeline to his career by selling him. And I say that because if that gambling thing comes out here in Italy, he is absolutely finished.
He's finished.
He is finished. A la Fagioli. Fagioli will not recuperate from this. Tonali has, because in England they squash things like that, and they squashed it fast.
It's very well said. This
CVP, look at Hushin and fucking Kirkes. Total went out to the Premier League, Bournemouth, 13 million, and they're selling them for 150 million, both of them.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Imagine a league that has money. A league that has money getting more money. It's bad.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to keep him, but when you see everything of the, like I mentioned, him walking around the field with his son, him basically looking miserable. I wish I had the photo of before he had, for some reason, Moncada is holding it, and Tijani looks like he's lost in space in one photo. Poor guy. But if Milan sells for 80 million and gets a measly 10 million more, when this guy has had such an outstanding
80 million, Fabio, they want 70 million tops.
Okay, if they do that, I will blow a casket. Okay, I will lose my fucking mind. I will be here yelling and screaming that again. This management is a bunch of fucking morons. If they agree to something like that, when that guy is going for 100 plus. Why can't we get him? We locked this motherfucker up for another 5 years. There's no reason you don't get 100 plus.
That's what I would say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I would sell him
best midfielder in Serie A.
For 100 million, because
I want 125. I want to ransom.
I'm just saying.
I want to take Guardiola's pants and pull them down. I want everything in his pockets. I want everybody. Listen.
June 1st to June 10th.
You want him early? You want him for the Club World Cup? We'll pay, motherfucker. 25 mil more.
Hopefully that happens. Stevie P, Tammy Abraham. Send them back. Do you try to make a deal? What do you do?
We're sending you back.
Sending you back. Fabio?
Bye-bye, bitch. No. Out. You paid too much. We got a young kid. We need
over,
time.
Bro. It's over, man. Like I said, I didn't like the Jimenez buy neither. And it's time for us to develop. If Camarda is what everybody has been writing for the last 5 years, then why do we just need to buy like a supplemental striker, like a Giroud, somebody that was gonna give us 2 years and then be ready for Camarda to give us at 19 to 50 years old.
We bought that guy. We sent him to Turkey.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
I don't want to do that anymore, Gio. I'm done with that. We're not gonna find another Giroud. They don't exist.
That's true.
Let the kid play. If you're gonna go down this route, and you're not going to play Champions League. You play once a week. And who knows what these donkeys are going to do with Milan Futuro. Guys, Camarda needs to stay. Camarda needs to play.
Yes.
Let's see.
Steve, that's my next one. Camarda, knowing what we're going to be playing next year, knowing this management, whatever case may be, you'll loan him out, dude.
No.
Stay.
Okay, so
Lamine
you say no.
Yamal plays in Barcelona at 16 years old. Camarda plays at Milan at 16 years old. Let's stop with this fucking archaic bullshit that we have to fucking loan people just because of their age. The guy is a super talent. Let's fucking make him a super talent. Let's make him play. Let's stop with this dinosaur bullshit and liberally make him play. Let's get these guys playing. Let's get these guys into a Serie A, into a fucking season that, we're not going to magically turn around next year, guys, and win the Scudetto. Let's face it. They've done too much damage.
Thank you. 54 live viewers. Wuxia Game Central, thank you for the super chat. $5. If we don't force City into financial fair play ruin with the reindeer's sale, then it wasn't enough. I love
That's
it.
what I
love
agree
it.
with, baby.
Let me pull this up back up. Thank you again for your super chat. Chukwueze, Fabio.
Gone. See you later, motherfucker.
Cost us $35 million at the beginning of the year. So
sell
you
them
say
for whatever you
sell
can get
him?
rid of. Yes.
Sell him. Gio.
You know I love Chukwueze, but he too busy in Milanello, or he's down in where the church is in downtown Milan looking for them girls, man. So it's time for him to go. You don't deserve them girls, bro, because you're not worth it, bro. That's it is. It's time for you to go.
I think we've all had enough.
CVP, we're getting into the thick of the thick. Before we get into the big players, Felix, would you even make an attempt if he's nice and cheap?
Chukwueze has to stay. That's number one.
Chucky has to stay. Okay,
35 million is too much. He's got to be able to play some sort of football so that we can try to get something back from him. And plus, we cannot suit up 4 people. And we're not going to buy 14 people this summer. So I could live with Chukwueze just because we need someone on the right-hand side. And again, if we're not bringing back Salchicha Maker...
he's got a market.
Let's bring him back and let's see what they can do, because it seems like we send people out on loan and they find the next coming of fucking Redondo, Salchicha Maker.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, right? The amount of loan players
like 40
we
now.
have coming back.
40 now.
Yeah, but we got Adley coming back. Pobega's not going to be bought. We have a lot of players coming back.
is not sold, guys.
Yeah, Benny's
sold.
coming back.
Stay tuned for another podcast on who's coming back and who should we keep.
That's a whole other one.
Felix is never staying at Milan. His salary is too expensive.
Not even for cheap. Not even for
there's
2
no
million
cheap.
a year.
Chelsea's not stupid. Chelsea will put him to buy groceries at their fucking grocery store, then sell him to us for cheap.
Yeah, I think they're still upset about Tomori and the other ones still.
Okay, let me start over this round table. Steve, let me start with you. Jovic
could stay. I don't mind him staying, but he has to know his role.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I would probably say know your role, that you're a super sub and you always performed. Fabio, Jovic.
If he's third on the depth chart, I keep him. If he's
absolutely third. He's absolutely.
I know, but if Camarda's not 2, then
no, it's Jimenez, Camarda, and Jovic. That's our 3
somebody's got to tell management and the coach that, because if it's just Camarda sits on the bench so Jovic can get more time. Listen, again, if you give us a favorable contract, because we have to re-sign him, and he seems to want to stay, so I would lean more towards keeping him.
How about you, Gio? Jovic?
If somebody comes in for 15-20 mil, I'm selling his ass.
But he's not. He's free agent. We have to sign him.
Didn't we activate the shit?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we activated the shit. We activated the shit.
Yeah, we activated it, Fabio. I need 15-20.
No, it was the shit in his ass. That's what we had.
All right. Serious question. Stevie P. Rafa Leao.
Keep.
I keep as well. Fabio.
100% keep. Let's not even talk ridiculous about getting rid of him. And big ups to Adrian.
Wow.
Wanted to donate 13, but YouTube, great season. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Adrian.
For making the
We
season
appreciate
bearable.
it.
Appreciate
And Adrian. Keep Adrian.
That's going to keep Adrian. We're gonna keep. Gio, Leao.
Look, Leal, man, I just want you to know because a year ago I said that you was top 5 and Stevie P shitted on me. But like, what do you want to be? You ready to be top 5 now? Because if you're not ready to be top 5, get the hell out of my door. Get the hell out of my door. But if you're ready to be top 5, then we're gonna keep you, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep
Top
if
5
you're
of
ready
what?
to be top 5. Top
You want to be
5
top 5 of
left wingers.
Of what? The world.
Yeah, the world.
Oh, let's try to make him top 5 of the Serie A. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
And then we're
Okay,
gonna
top
figure out how
5.
to sell him.
Oh shit. Okay, if you want to be top 5 of Serie A, then we're gonna keep you.
Guys, it's simple economics, guys. Unfortunately, with guys like Leao, this is what you're gonna get, guys. They're athletes, guys. I'm telling you, I see it on a day-to-day. The game is changing this way, guys. They're developing athletes. They're not developing soccer players anymore. So what you're gonna get from Leao, besides the negative body language, that we're not dumb, guys. We're not dumb guys. We get on this every Monday. We talk about Milan, and we can see that the body language is not good. Do you think guys that are going to invest 50 to 60 million don't know that the body language is not good? We're going to need to sell our prized possession, whether we like to admit it or not, is Rafael Leao. He is the most marketable. He is the most electrifying when he wants to be electrifying. We just need to find someone to make him electrifying every fucking week. And this player is $100-something million player. And we have proof. PSG wanted him. Barca wants him. Everybody wanted him. Now all of a sudden we sell him in a bad year. That's just bad business.
Absolutely.
Bayern Munich, if you want Leao, Bayern Munich, I need 160. And in Manchester City, if you want Tajani, I need 120 because he's better than that ever piece of shit De Jong will ever be in your life. And I called that from a long time ago. De Jong is a bomb. Tajani's the real deal.
I think I'm going to get a one-word answer all around the table on this one. Captain America, Pulisic. Stevie P. Keep.
Gotta keep him.
Keep. Gio, one-word answers.
Man, I think he got to go, man. If he not sold on what it is to be a Milanista.
Mavaka, even you and all your whatever you were barbecuing tonight. You stop Memorial Day American. They fell Pulisic. But shut up. You know you want to.
He said that he's not sure about the project.
It's his lawyer. It's his lawyer. His
agent. Yeah,
his agent. And you know what, Gio? I don't blame him. I don't blame him that he's not sure.
He's right.
And they don't even know who's going to be their coach. They're almost as bad as Juve. And at least Juve is in the Champions League. Juve doesn't even know who their coach is for the Club World Cup. They have a tournament and they don't know which coach they have. If you put yourself in Pulisic's shoes and you see this wasted season, completely wasted, I would have questions too. Liban Yusuf is just busting balls even in.
Last but not least, guys, and try to answer this one without your hearts or whatever your feelings are.
Just fucking ask the question. Who is it?
Conceição.
Fuck, he's gone. What do you think?
Get out! He's gotta go.
What heart? What heart?
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced he's gone, guys.
You're not convinced because they're fucking dumb. But in theory, he's fucking gone. You brought him in to repair a flat. You put him in a bad fucking situation. He fucking pissed off more people than we thought Fonseca pissed off. Like, guys, this is not the way we need to manage this team. New GM in North American sports brings in his coach. Tare is the new Direttore Sportivo. He's going to bring in his coach. That they're fucking Laziale friends that couldn't give a fucking flying fuck. He's
not bringing in Sarri because he left because of Sarri, right? So who's he going to bring in?
He
We
said
shall
that
see.
he fancies Conceição, Stevie P. That's what the new report says.
This is fucking ludicrous. Then
Yeah,
Okay.
that's crazy. I really hope that's not true, because I don't know what he saw. Did he see like great defense? Really, like we were up and down just as much as we were under Fonseca with Conceição. The only thing Conceição does is he got 2 great games as soon as he showed up with the flu or whatever it was, and that was in Saudi Arabia. As soon as they touched down on Italian soil, everything went to shit. We fell out of the Champions League. We couldn't handle playing week in, week out. No. All he could do was he cracked the code on Inter. That's it. I know exactly what to put for Conceição. Go home. All right. See you later, motherfucker. It's
But
over.
it's not that. Yes, I agree with you, Fabio. I agree with you. He wasn't put in the best situation. And again, it's not that I'm defending him. It's just sometimes now it's rotten, the situation. You understand? Tell me, we had Fonseca, then we had a carekeeper, and you're giving Conceição the team. You're giving Conceição the team at the beginning of the year, coming off what he did with Porto, and he gets to have a mercato, buy his own players, teach a system. I'm okay with that. But he came in a rotten situation. He came, to Milan, and it took him a couple of months to switch the formation or to find something that would work. I just don't think this is a good fit for Milan. And I have nothing against the coach. I think that what he did in the Portuguese league is always debatable from league to league and might not translate. It's just it's raw. And Manchester United have the same problem. They're gonna stick with their guy because that Portuguese guy, they spent a shit ton of money to get him, and they're gonna stick with him. I don't know if Milan has that luxury.
Guys, we're gonna see in the coming weeks, in the coming months. Stay tuned, subscribe. We're probably gonna have maybe a show on the loanees that are coming back. Keep selling or loan out. We shall see. Guys, I want to finish this off.
One more topic, Vinny, before we move on.
Yes, go on. Yes, okay. Before I want to finish off with the one question from Patreon, which I think is gonna finish us off in a perfect way. Guys, how can you not trust a guy? And kudos to Bizak to tell us in the Montreal club chat. How do you not trust the guy that sold us Biglia for 25 million euros? Tare, a new direttore sportivo. I like this move, guys. I think he's done a lot of good move. His track record at Lazio has been more positive and negative. Steve, how about you, man? How do you see this? Not very expensive, orgoglioso, and he needs to make some. He's ready to take on the job.
Guys, again, it's all about the preparation, right? What will he do this summer to prepare this? Prepare this team. He has a lot of hot bucket items that he needs to check off. He has, disgruntled players that are not happy. He has a project that he needs to put together, and I hope that if they hired him, they spoke about what Milan's idea of a project is, because we obviously saw that with no idea you're not going far, and he sells his project and they kind of align on what they want to do. Then you see his track record with Lazio, who did not really fund him very much and was able to find guys like Luis Alberto, which I don't care about him selling Biglia to us, but can we just find someone who knows how to sell people? And then let's get rid of the guys that are not part of the project and use some of those funds to start injecting and buying the right people. I think his biggest obstacle is erasing this Pulisic dilemma. I think his other obstacle is my first phone call as the new Direttore Sportivo is to Leao and Theo Hernandez and Mike Magnan. Those three guys, I want to have a conversation with them. A la Maldini. If I'm the sporting director, those are the four that I want to talk to right away. Those four guys. Guys, believe. Yes.
Yes, he was Kumbaricic.
Milinkovic
Yeah.
Savic. You understand? So, like, if you're finding guys like that, and Lazio found them, but because Lazio did nothing with them, I don't mind rolling the dice with guys like that. And
he did leave on his own, Steve. He didn't get fired. He did leave on his own because supposedly he didn't get along with Sarri back in 2 years ago, I believe.
Well, who knows if he got along with Sarri or Lotito? Who can get along with Lotito, right? So, again, this is my worry. And again, from all the other chats that we're in, I hope he's just not a yes man. Like, I hope. And if he's not a yes man, guys, let's be very honest with the management that we have now, he'll be another guy out the door, and then we'll know. Then at a certain point, Uncle Jerry needs to figure things out.
See,
hopefully they give him.
Go
ahead, Fabio.
That's my problem, right? Because if you look even in the official statement that the club puts out, they go out of their way to state in it that basically he needs to report to Furlani. That Furlani is the one that's going to be basically giving him the okay or the no. The typical Elliott bullshit, according to Boban, that's been happening for years. Is this guy going to be able to find the goods, find good players, put a project? Right now, there is no project. This is Project Zero. That's what this is. We're a bunch of fucking losers right now.
So I reported to Dolby.
Yes,
Dolby.
Exactly. The fucking magical elf. I don't trust Furlani. I think he's one of the problems with this entire thing. The part that bothers me most is that, okay, we have a sporting director. Aren't you guys glad we didn't have one for the last 2 years? All right. And on top of that, nobody's being punished for this season. So I hope this guy could start building bridges and making certain players either get on board or know where they stand so we can move forward. But do I feel confident? Is this guy a winner? Did Lazio win something with him there? Because I don't need to win the transfer market. I don't need to win we sold the most expensive player this year. I don't get a trophy for that. All right?
You know what?
You're muted.
Stevie P, you're on mute, Steve.
You're muted.
It's two different clubs, guys. We have to be careful with that. That
right.
mentality of Laziale, guys, is not the same mentality here. Whether we like it or not, whether we like this upper management or not, at a certain point, if you win the transfer market, and your club is used to winning, you win. Lazio won the transfer market, but Lotito wanted to line his pocket. He wanted to make sure that he was able to complete the money laundering scheme that he's going through week in and week out. Right? This is a Lazio team, guys. And again, no offense. I love Strasbourg, Steve, but this Lazio doesn't even have a shirt sponsor, guys. It says something when you're having trouble attracting people to this type of team. Like, it can't always be that it's the players or it's a Jekyll and Hyde. Or no, it's the actual team itself that's just rotten from the inside. Now, can he fix himself here? Absolutely, because if you're winning the transfer market, and we can keep guys like Reindeers, Pulisic, Leao, and insulate proper people, and I'm saying, I want to be careful with this, guys. We need to Italianize this team again. This team is losing its identity in terms of the Italians. In the past, we would bring in 40 classes like Ronaldinho and stuff like that, Shevchenko. But the core was Italian, guys. And this is something that has to change. And I have nothing against the other nationalities. But Serie A, when you have an Italian core, guys, is super, super big.
I agree.
Let's hope so, guys. Again, hit the subscribe. We're not coming on every single Monday because it is the summer mercato. We're gonna see if there's big news coming up. Guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. I want to finish off with this question. Let's have some fun. Gio, I'm gonna start with you. Ryan asks us on Patreon, Cannot wait for the season to end. It felt so numb to this team recently. Genuine question here. Which management was worse? Fasson and Mirabelli or these Redbird Muppets? Now, I want you to think. Let's finish off with this one. Who was worse? Fasson and Mirabelli, passiamo alle cose formali. What was it? Mirabelli's saying. Gio, who was worse?
Fasson and Mirabelli. Let's go next.
Yeah, they sold us a dream and they couldn't conduct a dream, man. That was it, man. But
They couldn't fucking even realize that the owner was fake, guys. Let's fucking move on to the next question.
Ryan, we're
and
gonna
then
go
why?
with Fasson and
Look,
Mirabelli.
Vinny, I want to ask you guys, like, why do we have to? I think somebody asked it in the chat, Ricci or somebody else. Why can't we just get both? We're financially good, right? We're financially
thank
good,
you.
right? Vinny, right? The books say that we're good, yes or no?
Books are bad. Books are red.
Oh my God! Now they're lying.
That's why they got to sell Tejani. They're saying that's the
because
the
of
rumor
this
on the
transfer
street.
window between June 1st and June 10th. If
Yeah.
you sell anybody during this period, they would go on your books of this year. But Presidente, what was he saying, Stevie P? That because of them being in the black the last years, they can actually show
Yes, they could show a loss for a year.
for next year's. But guys, in the end, we'll see what happens up. So Ryan, yes, Fasson and Mirabelli were the worst dirigents on there. Nick, thank you for the super chat. Guys, let's close this off, man. Thank you so very much for watching tonight. We're a bit late, but guys, still 41 live viewers. Anthony, look at all these super chats. It would be Anthony, Vinny, and Nick. We had Faz. Thank you. Wuxia Game Central. We appreciate, and Adrian wanted to give us $13, but thank you so very much. Guys, put those subscriptions on, the notification bell, whether it be me and Steve, me and Fabio, Gio and Fabio, Coast to Coast, Milan Weekly Podcast. We're going to wait for some big news. We're going to come to you. Again, thank you so all very much for watching, for supporting, whether it be watching on YouTube, downloading our podcast, Patreon. On this note, guys, we will see you soon. And ovunque e sempre.
Forza
Milan.
Milan.
See you guys soon. Ciao.